Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends waiting to surround the bend. Everywhere you look, there's a heart. I hear the horn on too. Everywhere you look, there's a ghost of somebody who needs you. You're lost out there and you're all alone. Life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Previously on Angwin Hill, our protagonist, Mark Carter, was having a very intriguing conversation with his wife, Sarah. They were discussing the findings of the very profound scientist, Albert Bandura, on his study of what aggression is and if it is learned or not. They wanted to prove their own hypothesis. Males are more predisposed than females when viewing violence in a movie that involves the same sex.
So this guy, what's his name again, honey?
Albert Bandura.
Albert? I thought it was Albert Banana. So, it says here that according to this Bandura guy, children pay attention to some people and encode their behavior. At a later time, they may imitate the behavior they have observed. It also says they may do this regardless of whether the behavior is gender appropriate or not. But there are a number of processes that make it more likely that a child will reproduce the behavior that society deems appropriate for its gender.
Interesting. Let me see that.
So this banana guy is saying that a child will take into account of what happens to other people when deciding whether or not to copy someone's actions?
Precisely. A child is more likely to attend to and imitate those people it perceives as similar to itself. Consequently, it is more likely to imitate behavior modeled by people of the same gender.
It also says here that the people around the child will respond to the behavior and imitates with either reinforcement or punishment. If a child imitates a model's behavior, the consequences are rewarding. The child is likely to continue performing this behavior. If a parent sees a little girl counseling her teddy bear and says, "What a kind little girl you are," this is rewarding for the child and makes it more likely the child will repeat this behavior. Her behavior has been reinforced.
Wow! This Bandura guy is so smart. But you know who's smarter? You are, babe. You're the cat's meow.
Thanks, babe. Also, the child will take into account of what happens to other people when deciding whether or not to copy someone's actions. A person learns by observing the consequences of another person's. A younger sister observing an older sister being rewarded for a particular behavior is more likely to repeat that behavior herself. This is known as vicarious reinforcement.
You know what? We should test this out on our kids.
What are you proposing, Mark?
Well, what were you saying relates to attachment to specific modules that possess qualities seen as rewarding. And according to this website, it says, children will have a number of modules with whom they identify. These may be people in their immediate world, such as parents or older siblings, and they can even be fantasy characters or people in the media. The motivation to identify with a particular model is that they have a quality which the individual would like to possess. And I believe that males are more predisposed than females when viewing violence in a movie that involves the same sex.
How on earth are we going to research this?
Well, I mean, we do have 2 little boys and 2 little girls.
Are you saying we bring our children into this?
Precisely.
Well, if you're down, I'm down.
Let's do it!
The next day later.
Oh, hey Sarah. Daddy.
Hey kids, where are your siblings?
I think they're sleeping. They're probably taking a nap.
Do you guys want to watch a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on, son.
I love you, Daddy. I love you too, son.
Hey sis, wasted the couch.
Calm down, sweetie.
You guys ready for the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alright.
she did in the movie.
No, we don't copy.
Later that evening,
Oh yeah! What am I doing wrong?
Wait, come, you have something on me, please.
You see that? My hypothesis might be right.
That was interesting.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, we should try it again, but only showing a violent film with 2 men instead.
I agree. Let's go
let's
wake up
go.
other kids.
the next day later.
Settle down, Tommy.
That's enough.
Later that evening,
Yeah, that's right.
Did you see that?
Of course I saw it. I saw it through the secret camera in the room.
Your hypothesis was correct. You're the dog's bark. You're so smart.
Woof woof.
So, it turns out our protagonist Mark Carter discovered his hypothesis to be true. As a result of his experiment, he had concluded that through Albert Bandura's research, men are likely to show more aggression than women when viewing a film that involves violence of the same sex. Experiment Group A showed the boy and the girl exhibiting violence after watching the film of 2 females slapping each other, which led to both children to project an aggressive behavior towards each other. On the other hand, Experiment Group B, only the boy exhibited a violent behavior after watching the film of 2 males slapping each other. The girl showed no aggressive behavior after viewing the film. The significance of Mark's study showed that males are more aggressive than females when viewing a film of the same sex violence. On the next episode, watch Mark build a rocket!